à peine un triomphe. J'écris ceci, je suis offensé. Is I to stay down the wind I feel? Animal Crossing. You don't play it much now, but you know. I am here, I am in your town, and I am waiting for you. I see you playing games on Xbox Live. I've been sending you letters, but you haven't replied. I attached a pitfall seed, but you're on Assassin's Creed. In this town there is so much ennui. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. But you haven't touched your NDS in ages.
Hey everybody, this is Phoenix and
Gemini.
And this is wonderful, fantastic episode number 53, the long-awaited episode that everybody wants and loves and needs, and it's crack in a hat.
For both of you out there that still listen.
Yeah, for those two lonely souls that go, Animal Crossing today? Oh, and then are crushed. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Yes, it must hurt their souls every day that they don't get an episode, and that's why we wait so long. It's because we want to hurt their souls as much as possible.
and then light them with joyous fire that one day that they listen to it and they're like, this is the best day of my life. And then the next 2 months are like, oh, the pain. I just want to slit my wrists every day.
Soul crushing is what we do. So what's up, everybody? We're back for a while, for today.
we sounded so peppy, don't we? We're like, hey, everybody.
Oh, that Pepsi Max did nothing.
I know. Well, it's pretty late at night, and Gemini has to go to work at his late night job, and I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so...
4 o'clock?
Yeah, I had to go to work, so...
Crappy birthday.
Yeah, like 4:30, so... We're kind of winding down, but then we're trying to pep ourselves up, and then we're winding down.
I was at work at 4 o'clock this morning. I was in working on lots. I got to work from 10 to 6.
Working lots, yeah, really lots. Just kind of standing around like, I'm asleep in the towels. I hope nobody sees me.
Picking my butt.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons we haven't been recording, because I work 6 days a week, and Jim and I works 2 jobs now. One of the jobs is at night, so, and then of course I live a little bit farther away, so it's kind of a little bit more difficult to get back. Instead of living 2 blocks away from each other, we gotta try and coordinate our efforts, and so today I was like, hey, I'm coming over.
Phoenix moved further away in an attempt to try to kill the show.
I did. I was like, out in the boondocks, where Animal Crossing dies, out in the boondocks.
And then she didn't get internet connection, and then she ripped the microphone cord out of her computer, and then she slit her wrist.
Dude, we could have done a Skype show, remember? We were trying to do that video show, I don't know.
But you couldn't get your mic thing to work, that's the problem.
I know, that's what I was trying to explain.
Oh, sorry.
but here's the point of the story. Your mic wouldn't work. Shazam!
Booyah! You gotta get Rock Band, then you have a working mic that works awesome.
Yeah, but, I went to Walmart yesterday, and we were looking around, we're over in the craft section, I needed an ink printer, and I went over and got that. And there, of course, there's those 3 lonely Rock Band things on end cap, like always. But they're still, $169. I'm like, gah. I was like, well, Kenneth, when they get down to 100 or like 120 or something, we'll pick them up. But I think it'll be a while.
Yeah, I think so too. The individual instruments are out. Well, the drums and guitar are out. They're both like $60 a pop, so it's kind of ridiculous for the individual. It's a much better deal to buy the pack. But having said that, have you seen, in the latest Game Informer, the Guitar Hero 4 is going to pretty much be like Rock Band. It's going to come with drums and guitar and vocals and stuff.
Wait, Guitar Hero 4? I thought that was the Aerosmith one.
No, it's Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
A
Yeah.
Guitar Hero, wrinkly old lips.
Yeah. It's Guitar Hero. We haven't been relevant in 20 years, is what it is. Yeah.
Guitar Hero Armageddon. I don't want to spend another night.
I don't want to wait for my life to be. Oh wait, wrong one.
I don't want to wait to have another hit song and find the fountain of youth.
Yeah, my daughter's the best thing I ever did, and she can't act for crap.
Dude, I wanted to go see The Strangers. And, of course, I'm definitely going to go see The Hulk, but I wanted to see The Strangers because, like, man, Liv Tyler hasn't done anything in a while, and I really liked her in...
Kind of like Kevin Bacon.
Dude, I love Kevin Bacon. But, bacon. But I,
Bacon.
God, that sounds tasty. But I, lost my train of thought. But I really liked her because she was good in Lord of the Rings, and I don't know, when I was younger, people told me I looked like her or something. But anyway, she was on there, and it was like someone's at the door, and like everything she says is like a whisper. It's like they were at the door, and then even when she screams, it's like and I'm like, speak, don't. Oh my gosh, I have to whisper and everything.
Well, that's how they make stuff scarier. That's not really scary.
No, but if you watch the previews for the Hulk, she still whispers, "Would you like to take the subway?" And he's like, "Me in a metal tube with angry New Yorkers? I don't think so."
I think that'd be cool though.
Yeah, but
That's like that. That's like old M. Night Shyamalan Dong Dong.
dude, I wanna
That the hidden or the happening. But that's what they do. It's like they have like a British kid whispering, and that's how they make things creepier. 1, 2, 3, I'm coming to eat ye. 4, 5, 6, I drop my sticks. 7, 8, 9, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but I can understand her whispering in, the Lord of the Rings because she had her secret language or whatever.
She had laryngitis also.
She had to hide her immortality from giving it to the hot guy, but
Was that it? Is that what she was doing? I'm pretty sure that's not it at all.
she had her she gave her
She said she had to hide it. Like she was like, if he hears me, he'll take it.
no, she had to hide it from everybody else, because
Oh.
her father was like, I've got pointy ears and I don't like you at all.
So if you speak in normal voice, you're immortal, and you if you whisper, you live forever. Well, alrighty.
Yes, sir. But it was kind of like, yeah, I understood that because it's all mystical, in the book and all that. But here, it's like speak. What do you? I don't know. It made me angry. Made me not. made me Hulk out.
Hulk's gonna be awesome though. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But yeah, that's M. Night Shyamalan movie looks pretty decent.
Yeah, except for the part when it turns into Lady in the Water, and it's like, oh really?
Yeah, that's what I want to know is the stupid what the payoff is going to be. It's going to be like, we all killed ourselves because friggin' Marky Mark is running around. That's what the deal is.
It's like they got water in their ears or something. They're all covering their ears, and they're like, don't hear it, don't let it in. I'm like, what? What is it?
It's called Jimmy Buffett.
It's called Crack in the Air. But
It's called Jimmy Buffett and Rock Band.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But I'd like to see Cake in Rock Band. But
I would too. I'd like to see anything that's actually rock in Rock Band.
I would like to play Margaritaville after I've had a margarita and be like, wow, this is just how Jimmy Buffett feels.
I'd like to play Cheeseburger in Paradise after I've had a cheeseburger. Oh.
Dude, what about cheeseburger and margaritas in Paradise? Be like, wait, what is cheeseburger in Paradise?
It's gay.
Oh, well, the only one I've heard is Margaritaville, and I don't love it, but I don't think it's horrible.
But the game is called Rock Band, and it should not be in the Rock Band. And then there are plenty other songs that they could have put in Rock Band.
you guys could rock out.
Country people do not rock.
Well, yeah. You know what?
You name me one country guy that rocks. Maybe like Garth Brooks when he's up there playing, doing a cover of like a Kiss song or something. He might possibly rock, but that's only because he's Stupid.
But, when I used to work at my data entry job, the only station I could get was, country, and that's how I started listening to that,
I would have rather had silence and ear.
No, I had to have something, because I just would have gone crazy. One day I didn't have the radio, and I'm rocking in my chair, like, oh no, oh.
That's why you have your iPod. You strap it on, and you're like, iPod.
You can't take your iPod into the job, because they worked on iPods there, so they would assume that you just stole it.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, but now that I'm in my mail truck and stuff, I'm all like, why don't you on the edge? Jesus, you're good.
Yeah, he's all right.
These songs, oh my ears are full of candy.
Too much. You need to, download some music, get that BitTorrent, and go to thepirateBay.org.edu and .markymark and go there and you find a smorgasbord of delicious music to eat.
Well, what made me mad was that I listened for a while and I Twittered myself to tell me the songs I needed to go and look for and download, and then I went and they were all old songs. They weren't the new songs that they just come out with, and I was like, put on my MySpace, those little standalone player or whatever, and I was like, I cried.
I don't know. Why you mean that? What do you mean there were old songs?
Well, I searched for Puddle of Mud, and they had 2 songs on there, and neither was the one that I wanted because it was new.
Oh, like on MySpace? Yeah.
Yeah. Not on MySpace, but that stand-up playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that wasn't on there, and I peed my pants.
That's the saddest story I've ever heard.
Speaking of MySpace, Leroy Browncoat or whatever, you need to go on there.
Browncoat content.
Yes, that MySpace application where you buy your friends and stuff like that.
See, I haven't been on there really since they started that. That's like a Facebook thing, and then MySpace started doing it, and I loaded the one that's called Owned on Facebook. I don't really understand it, and it's kind of I was like, so I'm buying your picture, okay?
No, you're not buying your picture. You're buying that person. It's like I buy you. I think of it in terms of slavery, but I buy
Yay, slavery.
Yeah, I buy you and you're my bitch, but you don't do anything for me. I just buy you. Now, if KBB came and bought you, then I wouldn't own you anymore. He would own you. So he's your master, your own. They don't call it master, but they call it owner.
They call it massa.
They call it owner, and you can change your status if you're happy or sad with your owner. And on yours, I made you say jalapenos make my butt burn.
Awesome.
So,
I actually say that in real life.
Yeah, I know. So I bought you, and you can change what that person says underneath their little picture.
That's funny. I guess I need to look at that because I really haven't.
It's pretty funny. So Browncoat and I have been buying each other, and every time somebody buys you, your value goes up. So you're worth $2,000, whatever. But you make money for posting bulletins, and you make money for sending messages, and on that application and stuff. And it's pretty neat. It's kind of pointless. I mean, you just buy your friends. It's kind of sad when nobody else buys them, so you buy them. When
MySpace.
I bought KBB when nobody else has touched them, and I had a war, trying to buy Browncoat, and he was my brown love slave or whatever, and then somebody else bought
slavery again.
Yeah, but you get reimbursed that money when they buy you from you, and you can buy people I bought Blackline, and I put them up for sale, and somebody can come in there and buy them. But it's just something different from MySpace, kind of jazz it up with the apps.
Yeah, because that's like I said, they stole that from Facebook because Facebook has all sorts of apps and stuff. And
because I was like, man, MySpace is boring, because I got on there, I was like, change my layout, okay, I'm done,
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is cool, but then, there's a point where, there's too many apps and everything, because what happens is, here's how it works. Let's say, for instance, I find a new app and I install it because I'm like, oh, cool, I want my Flickr to post on my Facebook or whatever. So I get my app. Well, then, of course, the part of installing it is, hey, tell your friends. So then, of course, if you choose to do so, it emails all your friends on your Facebook. It says, hey, I installed this, you install it, kind of thing. So what happens is that happens, and of course, imagine all your friends do the same thing for different apps. So you're constantly getting messages saying, "Hey, look, I installed, look at dog poop dot whatever, and then so it's like, okay, so when I first got on there, I was like, oh yeah, install this, install that, and it's like, oh, it's too much. So then you go weed it all out till it's what you really want, and but it's kind of cool because you can go in there and take like. Quizzes and stuff, and then challenge your friends to the quizzes and crap like that, and I like that.
Yeah, because I at first I was just like, oh, add apps. I had one. It was like send me a kiss or whatever, and I'm like, dude, nobody's gonna do that, so I deleted it. Then I have one with stickers, and one's says, I wish my yard was emo so it would cut itself.
Yeah.
And, and then I have, like, Addicted to Lost and Addicted to Family Guy. And I have an LOL Cats one, so it does a random LOL cat
awesome.
every day. So it was this cat looking up at this bird and this huge tall tree, and it says, goals. I has them. And it's funny. It does a random one every day. You can go and vote on them and stuff like that. But I wanted stuff that pertained to me, not like, a talking panda. It's like
just like random crap.
Yeah. Poop on a stick, fabulous.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's some of them that are just like, because like there was one of them, I think I still have it, I'm not sure though, I may have deleted it, but it was like, of course, Transformers, and you had to like, oh look, I choose your side and everything, and I was a Decepticon, and you have to challenge your friends if they have the app, then you can challenge them to battles, and I have the same thing with like, they have like vampires, and you can have to choose like, I'm a vampire slayer, or I'm a werewolf, right? And it's just, and you challenge your friends, and then it's pretty much random, whether you win or lose and crap like that. And it's like, that's fine, I guess, but whatever.
The ones that I absolutely hate, I guess because I'm not in high school anymore or whatever, but it was like the ones like, what would you do to me? Or like, what would you go out on a date with me? And it's like, I swear, if you post those up there and how sad and lonely do you have to be, it's like, what, would you spend $5 on me? Yeah. Would you kick me on the street if I was homeless?
Would you shoot yourself in the face?
I know. It's like, how sad do you have to be where you like post on your MySpace? Well, would you send me a panda hug?
Well, it's like I'm so I guess over the whole the bulletin things like the bulletin quizzes and all that crap. It's like, and there's so many, I have so many friends on there anyway, because I'm so popular. But no, I mean, there's, all of different, I mean, every time you check the bulletins, there's no way, and it's all, of course, it's all just spam bulletins anymore anyway, so it's pointless.
It used to be, like, good, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, you could actually, like, post a bulletin and other people would see it as opposed to it just instantly scrolling into infinity,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had one guy send me a message and it was like, see if you can do better on this Harry Potter quiz. And I'm like, oh, you go ahead with that one,
Yeah, it's all yours, buddy.
Have at it, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to pass. He's like, well, next time I'm in town, he knew me from high school or whatever. Next time I'm in town, we'll meet up. I'm like, yeah, sure. Not. Man, I'll be busy.
Yeah, I'm already busy. In whenever that time is.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay.
Exactly, but yeah, it's good times. So
I know. I actually found out a couple of people at my work have MySpace. They're like, oh, you have a MySpace page? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, but a lot of them don't. They're like, oh, I don't. That's too fancy,
Too fancy. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to get a MySpace page. You got to go through the approval process and the credit checks and all the the background.
Yeah, woo.
But yeah, I haven't even logged into my MySpace in a while. I'm not sure what's going on over there.
I do sometimes, but it's not.
I used to do it like every day.
Yeah.
And then just and that's just a lot of stuff I used to do every day. I think, and really honestly, I think Twitter's replaced like a lot of that stuff for me. Yeah. Like Twitter's like the only thing I really look at on a daily, constant, 20 times a day basis.
Mm-hmm. I have like just a few websites I go to, like Gmail, and then like Wells Fargo, and then like MySpace, and then like Netflix, and then then I'm like, well, My day's clear, you know.
No, I stick with, like, of course, Twitter constantly, and then, like, Xbox 360 fanboy, and, like, Nintendo Wii fanboy, and then, like, I don't know what else after that. Just kind of just, like you said, Gmail and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm like, well.
Facebook, if I get, like, an email and it's, you know, I gotta log in to do something because somebody said, hey, you might be interested in this bowl of duty.
I would be.
You know, or something like that, or so-and-so sent you a message, or blah, blah, blah. They'll be like, all right, I gotta log in to Facebook, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, it's almost too much.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, like, Twitter's been my main thing, even though it's been, like, messed up for, like, the last week.
What did it do?
I think they lost some, like, a server or something. It's been, like, they had to disable a bunch of features and stuff, so. But, oh, well, I think it's almost back up.
Huh. I don't know. I rarely ever Twittered. The last time I Twittered was in December, and I said, it was my birthday. And then I Twittered the other day because I wanted to remember a song, and I didn't want to write it down, so I Twittered it to myself.
You have it too where you can text from your phone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I Twittered it to myself because I have a thing that popped up on my MySpace that shows what I last Twittered.
Oh, that's cool.
So I just wanted to go on my MySpace and see the songs that I wanted, so because I was going to be on there anyway, and I didn't want to have to remember them.
Interesting.
My memory's bad.
Yeah, they are.
Let's talk about Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, so we saw Iron Man. We both saw that the other day, and it is... I give it 2 thumbs up.
Yay, it was good. I liked it. I don't really have anything to take away from it. I mean, I think it was good.
Don't you?
No.
Don't you?
Really?
Don't you?
Yes.
Do you?
Oh, wait, I don't know. That's what we were trying to say.
Iron Man, you got something to take away from her? Something cool? Something happened at the end? Something good?
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you know, of course. Well, yeah. Gotcha, sure. I'm on, yeah. I'm on board. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know if I'm assuming everybody's seen it by now. It made so much money and everything else, so I'm sure. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But otherwise,
turn off your iPod now. I'm Liv Tyler.
turn off your iPod and come have some tea and crumpets with me while we die.
While we die, because I'm not immortal anymore. I gave it to the hot guy.
No one will kill us. We'll just choke on tea and crumpets, and no one will be able to give us the Heimlich remover.
Okay, this is the plot of the story. I know they're going off topic, BRB, but it's like this is
Back to Iron Man in a minute.
But it's like, okay, seriously, this is the most romantic night of our lives. Then why the hell do you go into these scary, creepy woods? You know, this is supposed to be a romantic night of our lives. Oh, look at all these scary people outside. You know. I don't know, you know, they're on some getaway or something. Then hell if I'd put myself in the middle of the woods, you know, with...
I'm pretty sure that's probably what the pitch of the movie was, too, though. We're going to some scary woods. Sold! Where's the script?
Wait. But seriously, if you listen to this trailer, she's like, I think there's somebody outside. And we're like, no shit.
Good eye, mate. Good eye, mate. I got a koala and a wallaby.
And then even on the...
That's gonna kill me.
On the radio one, they're like, hello, 911, can we help you? And it's like silence, and she's like, help me.
That call is coming from inside the house, Governor.
Oh, Jeebus. Oh. Okay, BRB. So Iron Man.
Iron Man is awesome. I loved it.
I liked it too. I thought Robert Downey Jr. was a good fit, and not a big fan of Gwyneth Paltrow though.
That was probably my favorite movie I've ever seen of her in.
Yeah, not because she was in it, but she didn't take away from it like Katie Holmes and Batman. But
yeah, so glad that she's not in the new Batman. By the way.
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal was a much better fit. But I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like astounding. I mean, it was something was gonna happen.
It was a good origin. It was a good everything. I mean, I don't think there's anything, they didn't do anything wrong with it or anything. I think it's cool.
I think that they did it, but there wasn't anything like corny or like I know I didn't really follow Iron Man as closely as I did like X-Men and stuff like that, but it didn't seem like anything was like really unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think everything was on target. Like, hey, that could happen, I guess, for the whole hole in your chest thing. But
yeah, I mean, assuming that you have to give some liberties or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm on board. I know this guy's going to be in a suit of armor eventually, and everything else, and et cetera, et cetera. If I can deal with that. I mean, the only part I thought that was like, that kind of pointed me, was like, oh no way. Was like when in the beginning when he gets away, and he takes off in the suit that he built. He shoots like way up in the air, and then of course crash lands in the desert or whatever.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, but he just hops out and he's like, oh, well, brush off, here I am. And I was like, I'll let it go, but come on.
Yeah, I know. But one thing I didn't really get is that, he got all shot up, right, with that grenade or whatever that hit him, and he had pieces of shrapnel in him and stuff. I didn't really get why the doctor had to put that thing in him to keep it from the metal to go to his heart.
Well, because what happened was, like, what he explained was, like, it's called, like The Walking Dead or something. Yeah. But basically the shrapnel was such where it would get into your blood or something and make its way to your heart and, of course, kill you. But, of course, if there's a magnet there holding all the shrapnel in one spot, then it's not going to travel through your blood and make it to your heart and kill you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because
it's more like almost like a time, not like a time bomb, but like like you said, like a Walking Dead, because, I mean, eventually you're going to die.
Because, I kind of got it, but he didn't really go into depth about it, but I was like, so where, what's going on? But, yeah, that makes sense. But, yeah, him kind of flinging himself around, it didn't really, it's like, would he be crushed under all that metal and everything? And how did he find all that? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean,
have all the perfect amount of parts to make that suit. Yeah. The perfect amount of ring of titanium.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I'm okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's no more unbelievable than Spider-Man getting bit by a spider and getting powers or anything else. So
yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. 2 thumbs up. I don't know really where they're going to go from there with that, I
suppose they're going to make another one. They already greenlit the second one, of course. I'm assuming it's probably going to be, I don't know who the villain or anything would be.
Maybe War Machine or something?
Yeah, because, I mean, he was in it, and I imagine he'll get a suit, and the second one is going to be my guess anyway, and maybe they have to fight or something, which would be kind of cool, but otherwise, I mean, Iron Man's, seeing that's the thing with the comics and trying to put him into the movies is like, okay, Iron Man's like arch nemesis or whatever. It's always been like his biggest one or whatever. It's been like the Mandarin, which he has those like gloves, or he has the, I don't forget what they're called, but they're like some kind of gauntlets or rubies or something.
Fists?
No, it's more mystical type stuff, And so, and of course that doesn't work, because you have to keep it grounded in the tech and all that stuff. So that'll never work. So they'll probably pick something else, like maybe like, I don't even know what one of his
like gloves that like anti-magnetize or something.
Yeah, they can work it out. They can work it out. Yeah, but it's always been more mystical. Like, I've rented the animated Iron Man movie, and that's who the villain was in that thing, and of course, but it's like, well, that would never work on the actual movie.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think it'd be cool. And of course, at the very end, after the credits and everything else, you see Samuel L. Jackson come out as Nick Fury, and of course, they're going to be making an Avengers movie.
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that. So.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. It didn't dawn on me that that's when he kept saying that shield, or when he kept saying like strategic, so whatever he was rattling off.
Yeah.
It didn't dawn on me that that was shield until he's like, oh yeah, we shortened, we finally did something with it, and it's like, oh, of course,
Yeah.
there it is, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I like that. They're gonna be there's just gonna be so many. Now that, X-Men and Spider-Man and all that did so well, now it's just like, whatever, Power... God, what were those ones?
Power Pack.
Power Pack, Power Pack movie, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the fact that they're making a Thor, they're making a Captain America, they're making, of course, an Avengers, that's all just Marvel stuff, too. And they're also, of course, Wonder Woman's been in the works forever. Of course, the Batman, which I'm sure we'll get another one after this one, and then hopefully another Superman, and then supposedly they're going to make, of course, the Wolverine movie that's going to be coming out that they're already made, and I can't even think of all the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are just, I glimpsed an article when I was doing out the mail, but it was kind of like, it's like superhero movie overload, it's just kind of like everything you go to the movie now every time. It was, Spider-Man, and then Iron Man, and then, this summer's going to be the Hulk, and...
Well, they all do really well. Most of them do really well.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but I think that people that are unlike us, that are like, I don't know, I don't want to say moms, but they appeal to the teenagers, but the teenagers aren't as old as we are to have actually been in that era and read that stuff.
Yeah, they don't know the actual books.
They know the Hulk and they know stuff, but they didn't wait at the comic book store for it to come out. They going by their toys or anything like that. They just were like, oh yeah, sure, the Hulk. They don't really know the origin, so that kind of gives the movie writers free will to be like, oh yeah, sure, Hulk's purple, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, I'm sure most they know is like the Hulk TV show and the Hulk this and that, and they don't know.
Saturday morning cartoons with the X-Men and things like that. But, oh gosh, did I tell you about that when we went to there's this comic book store over there by the Walmart we go to, kind of a little bit further down. Yeah. There's this Chinese restaurant in this little shopping center. And we were like, hey, let's go walk in there, And I guess he had closed at 7. It was just a little bit past 7. And we walked up to the door, and he came to the door, and he's like, do you have a box of comics? And I'm like, do I look like I have a box of comics?
Right here behind my back.
Here you go, And I'm like, no, And he's like, what were we going to do, just browse? Do you know what you're looking for? And I'm like, well, yeah, we want to look around. My brother's birthday's coming up, see you around. He's like, we're closed. Yeah. And I'm like...
so I guess if you didn't know, I want issue, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Either that, it was like, I guess if we were going to get up in business, he would have let us in, but, just browsing, he didn't want to, maybe he had a Dungeon and Dragon tournaments going on or whatever, but it was, a box of comics. I'm like... Why? Is that the toll to get into the, what if it's a box of rocks? Is that the same?
Yeah, but it's a bunch of,
we're the only customers of the day, and he's like, nope.
Yeah, sorry, no, it's a box of,
way too busy.
It's a box of old, Valiant comics, and he's like, oh, wait, no.
Swindled again.
Yeah. Damn it.
Wait. Swindled again.
I believe you just got swindled there, Wendell.
Swindled in the woods with all alone.
I've been killed by the swindling swindlers.
I give you my immortality to the swindlers.
Immortality. By the way, stuff.
Hey.
While we're on the movie topic, I was going to say, how about that Hancock movie? How's that looking?
Oh, dude, that's the one we forgot to mention. That's not even a comic book or anything nearly to comic. And what superhero wants to be called Hancock?
I know.
It's like, how gay are you?
It's like, okay, excuse me, Will Smith? Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about, too. We can segue from Will Smith. And I'm saying Smith with 2 F's.
BRB to the actual show. We're talking. This is the Smith show now. Will Smith.
Will Smith, I hate you. But yeah, Hancock.
You're too dark.
he's an honorary white person. But yeah, Hancock looks absolutely horrible, and I don't even know. I kind of want to see it just to see what they do, but at the same time, I'm like, I know it's gonna flop, kind of like Speed Racer. I think did.
I don't. The question here is, can anything that Will Smith have ever done flop?
I don't know, man. He's had some. Has he really ever had anything that flopped? I mean, he's had some. I mean, Hitch.
No, but that did good.
Yeah, that's. I know people watch crap.
Independence Day and like what was the one that just came out? I Am Legend and.
Hold this. I'm on IMDb. Will Smith.
Oh, okay. So I'll keep talking, I guess. But I mean, can anything really he do go bad? I mean, he's one of the biggest and highest paid actors ever. I mean, I don't ever know that anything that he could do would be bad. I mean, maybe when he got older, or maybe when he got dumb. I don't know, but I mean, Beverly. I don't know. Well, dumb, but no. If by making bad movie choices, you know.
Okay.
Ali, Legend of the Bagger Vance, Men in Black. That was a good one. Wild Wild West. Okay. Wild Wild West was his kryptonite.
Yeah, because Jim West is black.
Is he? I know. Is he now?
No. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He was in Happily Ever After?
I have no idea. Enemy of the State was good. Okay, Men in Black was good. Men in Black 2 was ass. iRobot was good. Shark Tale was crap.
Shark Tale wasn't that bad. Well, I mean...
Pursuit of Happiness was good. I did like that.
I haven't seen that, but I heard it was bad. I heard it was very depressing. What about Reign Over Me? Oh, I think that was bad.
I don't even know what that is.
Reign Over Me? You hadn't heard of that one with Will Smith?
No, where is it?
I don't know. Didn't he just do that one, though? Or was that The Pursuit of Happiness? But he did that one in Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me was Sandler and that other black guy, Don Cheadle.
Oh. Well, I knew that they came out around the same time, and I thought somebody...
My name's Phoenix, and they all look alike.
Can't tell one darky from another.
Oh, that's not good. No, but yeah, that's Don Cheadle, and I didn't see that movie, but yeah. Anyway.
I didn't either. But oh god,
yeah.
I don't think I'll see Hitchcock because of the giant whale.
You mean Hancock? Hitchcock, that'd be awesome. Meld them together, be like, I'm superhero and I take people on dates. Kill. But anyway, I watched like I Am Legend last weekend. Dude.
I know.
I was sitting there, I was blubbering like a baby. I was like,
I know, it's like, but it's not a zombie dog yet.
Yeah. And then he's sitting there, and as he's snuffing the life out of her, I'm just like, just the tears and everything, and Ree wakes up, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, the dog. And I just don't even know.
I know, because it's like, how... I don't know. I mean, of course, I've never been the only person on the planet, but...
You think you are, though.
Hey. And then, but, my dog would be everything to me.
Where my dog's at.
But, for number one, if one of my fake mannequin friends had moved, I don't think I would go over there to him.
Explain that to me. Do you understand what happened with that? Well, why was it out there? Who set the trap? What happened?
The pale people did.
Okay, so is that true? Because they don't ever say that.
He went in there. I know, it's implied. But the pale people saw that was his... Because Will Smith was setting traps for the pale people, right? So the pale people started seeing that he was setting traps. So Will Smith, they came and saw that all his friends, which are the equivalent to the pale people, and they got Fred, or whatever the hell his name was, and they sent him out somewhere different, and since Will Smith is the only person alive in the world, how could Fred get out there? So...
Why was he screaming at him, though? I mean, it's like, what's the option?
Well, he he screamed at him because, I mean, if you were alone by yourself, and that was supposedly your friend, you were a little bit cuckoo, then...
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, then, I mean,
All right, I didn't understand that at all. I was like...
I was like, you dumbass. Of course they're setting a trap for you. Don't walk in the puddle.
Yeah, you don't remember yet you set this trap or whatever? Did they set the trap?
Yeah, they set the trap.
So they're not smart enough to be able to set a trap?
Yeah, they had primitive brain functions and stuff.
All right, well, I was just like,
See,
that's
what
where
I
it
thought,
was
too.
derailed me, but then at the same time I couldn't think of anything else but the dead dog, so...
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was all of them that's that smart, but I know that the leader was that smart.
Well, that's true, yeah, that one guy.
But what killed me was like, get your ass up. You got a knife, and you're like, yeah, I understand, but get your ass up. Don't drag your slow butt, across the thing. Oh God, the light's getting thinner and thinner. I mean, like those dogs couldn't have jumped over that light.
Oh, I know, suspenseful.
I know, but anyway.
Yeah, that I guess, yeah, I wanted to touch on that because I forgot about that. Because I was like, yeah, that's.
That was a little far-fetched. I mean, if Iron Man would have come in there, I could have understood it, but...
Yeah, why didn't he build a suit of armor? I don't understand.
Well, what gets me is, like... I know all of his research was there, but why didn't he... I don't know.
I think you're right.
The day, when he tried to kill himself, the other lady find him, and then there's a colony somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Well, all your research is there. Couldn't you have tried to seek out the colony and then come back? I mean, I don't know.
Well, he was a little cuckoo, yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Shrek, anybody be cuckoo?
Anyway.
What was that? So anyway,
Shrek the Third was horrible. But anyway, we're not going to talk about...
all Shreks are horrible.
Well, the third one's especially stinky.
And then the Love Guru looks like
What
stupid.
about the Zohan?
Yeah, the Zohan looks so incredibly stupid. Jesus.
So we're not going to talk about movies anymore because it seems like a movie cast.
I know we need to move on to the next segment in...
Dude, have you seen? No.
Yeah, really. Hey,
Hey, I forgot about another one.
did you see the previews for Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, I love Angelina Jolie.
Is she in that?
Yeah.
What ain't she in? Is she in every animated thing? She's like, oh, I'm Beowulf and I'm Kung Fu Panda. Oh, look at me. I'm in animated comedies.
I hate you, I'm not. No, but I don't know what she's in because it kills me. So she's like, one of the biggest stars or whatever, in that animated comedy. And it's like all the previews, Jack Black, I'm not a fat panda, I'm the fat panda. Where's Angelina Jolie? Give me big lips.
I have no idea. I didn't know she was in it. I didn't even know she was in it.
Well, if you read OK Magazine, you would.
Well, obviously I don't. I read This Is Not Okay magazine.
I don't know. I come back to that. Okay, so
I read your dumbass magazine.
unapproved magazine. Okay, now
I read Denied.
instead of movies, we can talk about TV shows. So the Lost season finale. Does
OMG.
anybody watch that yet? What was that?
Everybody watched it and loves it. Another spoiler alert if you didn't watch the season finale of Lost.
Dude, nobody at my job watches Lost.
Your job makes me sad.
It does, and I was like, because Kenneth texted me and he's like, dude, it's Lost tonight. And I was like, dude, Lost has totally made my day. I forgot. And I was like, I'm going to watch Lost tonight. And everybody's like, what's that? And I got a knife. And I was like, dab, 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 dab.
Is that when you killed them all?
I got a promotion. But,
Yeah, I got promoted to head death.
I got promoted to the front of the line of the electric chair.
Yeah, he's ours. Yeah, it was pretty spectacular.
But it was kind of like bittersweet. It was like going to see Liv Tyler, but just her whispering to me the whole time. Because it was like,
We have to go back.
it answered so many questions, but yet it didn't.
Of course, that's what it always does. It answered so many. Oh wait, I still don't know what the hell is going on.
I know. It's like, oh, that's how he died, and that's how so and so died, and I guess he's dead for good.
Yeah, I think we're not going to be seeing Jen anytime soon.
Yeah, or Michael, or and we finally found out who's in the casting. But I'm still like, God, you have to go back. You just got out there.
That means they have to find the island, which is in time and space somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Find the island and find Sawyer because he's so pretty, and then. You gotta go back, and then you have to get everybody back together. Of course, nobody wants to go back except for Jack.
That's pretty much what it's going to be. He's going to have to convince all of them to go back.
Yeah. But hey, here's a question. Is it not going to come on until next January?
That's what I heard, yeah.
I slipped my wrist.
Yeah, no.
I'm bleeding on the microphone.
Gush, gush. Yeah, no,
It's retarded. It's like, 24 or something. It's like, what happened to TV shows that,
Because I don't know why, really. I guess they gotta ride them all, shoot them all. I don't know.
A shotgun out of a hat, Oh,
Plus,
so-and-so's dead. Now so-and-so's alive.
well, plus, shotgun out of a hat. What does that mean? No, well, my thought about that is because they only have so much. They've said that okay, we're only doing I think it's 5 seasons, and there's a finite, they know where the story ends, they know everything. So ABC, of course, because Lost is one of the biggest shows on television, they're gonna stretch that out as long as possible and milk that cow.
Milk it good. Milkshakes for everyone.
Milky goodness. So that's what I think is why they're stretching out like they are. Of course, they'll rerun them and everything. I want to watch them again.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cows, I like that on the forums, the whole winter scene year round.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, that's good.
I know we're not Assassin's Creed friends anymore. I don't understand.
We're not?
According to the forums, we're not.
Oh, what are we now?
AC friends.
Oh, well, that's good too.
Always careful friends.
Always cutting ourselves friends.
Always cutters. We're emo.
No, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't mind being Animal Crossing friends because that's our roots.
And as soon as it comes out for the Wii, we're gonna sell our Wiis and move to Canada.
Hey, so when would that be?
I'm gonna kill you in Canada, eh?
With the bears, eh?
The strangers are in Canada.
So, when would this be?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it, about a Wii version of Animal Crossing. I'm sure it's in the works. They have to be working on it. They have. That's what Nintendo does. They have a new console. They have to put all their franchises on the new console, which I got. Exactly. Well, you don't even have a Wii, so you can't even play it.
You know what I'm gonna do when I do get a Wii in Animal Crossing? I'm
Poop.
gonna get a surrogate mother, and I'm gonna get one that's riddled with cancer, and
Okay.
and then I'm gonna teach her how to play Animal Crossing. And then she's gonna spend the rest of her sad life collecting stuff and have her send it to me.
And when she dies, you're gonna sign in and be like, delete.
when I sign in, I'll be like, Jesus, 105 letters from who?
Yeah.
Mom, who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. What was her name again?
Yeah, and I'll be like, and each letter will have a tiny bit of cancer on it. And her stupid little face, like,
Her little me face.
her cancer.
All eating away like.
That's horrible, Gemini. Why would
How
you?
dare you? How dare you make fun of that?
How dare you have cancer?
How dare you talk about me having cancer?
How dare you talk about my non-existent surrogate mother? How dare you?
I'm offended, deeply offended. Let's go back to the racism.
You know who's not funny?
You?
Janine Garofalo.
Okay. Random fact number 1.
Well, I was sitting at home eating Cheetos,
And you're just like, hey, you know who's not funny?
No, but I was sitting at home and I had a little bit of time before I had to go to work. And I was already ready, and I was like, usually there's something moderately funny on Comedy Central. And so I turn it on, I'm sitting there, and I'm just waiting and waiting, and she's like, I got a dog the other day, and I'm like, and tears are streaming down my face because it's not funny at all. And she's like,
You stopped and put in I Am Legend. You're like, this has got to be funnier than that.
And she's like, whenever you walk down the street and you see somebody and you do one of these things. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, that never happens to me. And she's like, I live 3 blocks from here. And I'm like, who cares? She's not funny. We didn't have a notepad to remember all of our jokes.
Hey, I got jokes.
They weren't even jokes. They were just sentences strung together.
That's when I do stand up. That's why I go up and I go, I got jokes. And I just do a little jazz, pointy hand thing. And I walk away.
And they're like, yeah.
Yes. Give it up for Rain.
Gemini. But,
Give it up for Gemini. He's got jokes. Hey, quit stealing my comedy.
Yeah, but that is one fact I will die with. She is not funny.
You know who else is absolutely not funny in the world of not funniness? Sarah Silverman.
Kevin Bacon. She's dating Jimmy Kimmel.
They're married. Or at least, I think they're married. If they're not, they've been together for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
I just read in OK Magazine that they were dating.
What issue was that from 06?
Maybe.
The one you find that in the toilet there at your work?
Hey, don't you talk about my work.
Sitting in there, it's all like dog-eared and wrinkled. It's like, oh look, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt might be together. Oh,
How to lose 25 pounds in 6 weeks. Oh God.
Oh look,
Oh look, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston broke up. Oh look, X-Men 1's coming out.
Oh look, Will Smith is doing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Who knew he could act? 1993 type crap.
Yeah, really, it's like, I can't wait till Wild Wild West comes out.
Really?
Wild Wild West.
The original.
Hey, you shut up.
Oh look at that! Oh look at that! Chuck Connors is gonna be in the Rifleman.
Oh, it's Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
He's the
Chuck Norris was born.
He's the sexiest man alive. Oh Jesus.
Oh man, yeah, you're sad. OK Magazine, Jesus.
Hey, but I didn't know. I just saw a little picture at the bottom and it said Sarah Silverman and Jimmy Kimmel were together, and I said,
They've been together for a long time.
Really? Yeah. Oh, well, how is she not funny? Well,
It's not. Oh God, her TV show. I watched it on Comedy Central.
Isn't she just like vulgar? She's not really funny, just vulgar.
She does a lot of that, and so it's just not.
Does she whisper like this?
No, she's just really annoying and not funny, and
Even her like previews for the commercial I saw like barely once was like, really?
yeah, no. If you ever watch her show, you'll just want to slit your wrists and then drink the blood and then puke it up and then kill yourself with the pukey blood.
Sounds great. Slip on it.
Yeah, slip on it and hurt your back.
Lay it down and take your socks off.
Do a little ice skating and then
No.
just waiting to die. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but the two people that are not funny.
Janine Garofalo and Sarah Silverman.
Oh, I thought we were talking about ourselves.
Well, there's an argument that like female comics are not funny, but
Yeah, for the most part, it's true.
I'm trying to think, but there was one girl, she did voices, she was okay.
Yeah, that's the sign of a good comic when they do voices.
There was this one
And
guy.
props.
There's this one guy, he's like, man, I went over to my friend's house, and he's like, dude, you're gonna have to sleep on the floor, and he was like, man, I really wanted to sleep on the wall. Damn you, gravity.
It's not funny.
I know, but it's what I remember.
It's not funny at all. It's like, really?
But the way he did it, he had his hair in his face, and he had his dark
It's
sunglasses
their
on.
delivery, yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah, I know you're talking about that. It's the
Did you
delivery.
see that?
Yeah, I know the Twitch that.
He was like, I don't know if he was shy or if...
It's just their shtick.
Yeah.
Shtick.
Yeah, but I did like the one guy that was like, he would talk and do jokes. And he was,
Well, that's a good thing.
he would talk and make jokes, and he was talking about Hot Pockets. And he's like, you should just drop the Hot Pocket in the toilet, because that's where you'll be in 20 minutes. But he would see, he's good.
That is awesome.
And he's like,
I can just see it.
and then he's like, diarrhea pocket. But he would mimic what the audience was thinking, and he's like, oh my god, his pants are so dirty. He's like, hey, I like Hot Pockets. He's like, why do they even make Hot Pockets? They're horrible. He's like, God Pocket. It's funny. I forgot his name. It's like something weird, but you'll have to Google him on Comedy Central or something. But he's so funny. He's like, he's like Hot Pocket. He's like, hey Jimmy, did you write a jingle for this new idea yet? And he's like, yeah, Hot Pocket.
You're killing me.
I know. I could be a comic.
Stealing other people's jokes. What are you, Carlos Mencia?
I'm a funny woman.
Yeah, I'm a funny woman because I got this guy writing my jokes. You need a drink?
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
And that's all for us, folks.
There's another comic. I've downloaded his CD. His name is Mike Birbiglia. But his stuff is really funny, too. He was talking about... he was at some, like, benefit or whatever for, like, cancer. And he was up there and, like... they had a kid up there that he was a cancer survivor. And he talked about how
he died.
you know how he was a cancer survivor, and Birbiglia is like, and I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that, and he goes, it's really, really funny. So
Really?
yeah, not I guess as funny as your stuff. Well, whatever.
But dude, after we get done with this, I think his last name started with a G or something. But you know,
Ruffalo?
hell no.
Gene Garofalo?
But he walked out and he never did any jokes at first, but he was just doing the audience's voices, and he's like, oh my god, he's old to be doing comedy, and he would do the, do it, he's like, but, and he's like, oh no, he didn't just go into religion, and all this stuff. God Pocket.
That's awesome, though.
Diarrhea Pocket.
That cracks me up because it's like 20 minutes.
I know, he's like, they never have any good flavors, on there. It's always like broccoli and crap,
Oh, man. Oh.
Drop it in the toilet.
No, I can just see somebody and just take it out of the microwave, walking it in there. Plop. Oh, Jesus.
So I guess we can talk about video games.
I guess we can talk about what we've been playing, I guess. Go.
Does anybody care?
No.
Well, what we need to do is like a contest or something, or something that would be cool. Like while we're on the topic of video games, I guess we could talk about the you were saying something about taking screenshots off of Super Mario Brothers, Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that because supposedly you can take screenshots and stuff and upload them to some side or do something. I know JT Home Slice and I'm sure African Skater and Hacker, they know how to do all that, but I haven't figured it out yet. I've played it I played it twice so far. I haven't tried yet.
So 100 points to anybody listening still. Yeah, are you still there? But do we need to play that Portal song on Rock Band? But so whoever can send us the best Super Smash Brothers picture gets a clipping of my hair with my DNA.
I know there's
And a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pockets.
Toilet pockets.
I know there's a thread in the forums about with a bunch of pictures. That's how I even knew that it was an option, and that's one reason I wanted the game because I like taking screenshots and stuff. So
yeah, all your Halo screenshots are really good. I look at them and they're like works of art.
I am talented.
Dude, you should like print them out and sell them on eBay and frame them and stuff and be like, oh,
Yeah, I had to.
Halo Pocket.
When it had to be there when people walk up and look at them, and I'm like, oh. Oh
yeah, I make candles. So if anybody wants candles, they can buy them from me, and they're $5. I'll ship them to you. So buy my candles. Kindle candles at gmail.com.
They're made of people.
And Soylent Green.
Delicious.
And Janine Garofalo and Hot Pockets.
And Sarah Silverman.
Dude, she just doesn't even look funny. She just looks like one of those guys, your guy friend's annoying girlfriend that you're like, dude, you could do better.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like a big greasy Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket.
Greasy.
But anyway, I've been playing a little bit of Smash Brothers, but then I've been playing some Mario Kart too, which I really enjoy. The old Mario Kart online, especially, is very cool.
So, what do you do with the Mario Kart? Do you poop your pants?
Constantly, and leave it behind for my people to run over. No, but it's really fun. I like the online a lot, So, but I don't use the wheel. I use the analog setup,
Why?
Yeah, it's not as accurate. Well, it's not. I'm gonna say it's not as accurate. It's just the analog is more precise.
eBay.
I'm not gonna eBay my wheel. I got 2 wheels.
If anybody needs an Xbox 360 hard drive data transfer kit, I have one for sale for $20.
Excellent.
This is my Craigslist.
Even though it was free from my Xbox.
Hey. Shh. Dude, no, seriously.
Even though it was free, die.
Oh my God, strangers! But
I've been given transfers to your death. English.
no, but when we were looking for one, when we couldn't figure out how to get it free offline, when we were looking for one on eBay, they're selling for like $35.
Ridiculous. It's just because people don't know. That's why you have to know.
Because some people aren't upgrading from an Elite. They're just upgrading from Xbox to Xbox. So you have to have an old system to an Elite system.
So they don't send you one if you don't have an. I didn't know.
Yeah. You have to put in your old serial number for the premium or core, and the Elite serial number before you send it off.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's crazy.
That's why it took us so long. And dude, we sent off our other Xbox. I have an Xbox for sale too, by the way, and a bunch of games. eBay.com and
eBay.com/crap.
eBay.com says please give me money. But we
.biz.
.phoenix. But .hot pocket.
.feces.
.toilet. But yes. But I sent off my Xbox because I wasn't really reading discs that well. I could put it in 10 times before it would work. So I sent it off, and they got it on Tuesday, and they sent it back to me on Thursday. But the crappy thing is that they require a signature upon delivery, which they didn't before, but now that they do, and so of course they're going to reattempt on Monday, which I'm not going to be there, and KB's not going to be there, so it's kind of
So you'll have to call them and get them to hold, and you'll have to go by there, right?
I guess. I'm just going to sign the thing, and hopefully they'll just leave it.
Yeah, but you know how postal carriers are. They're a bunch of.
It's not a postal carrier. It's UPS.
Oh well, then you'll get it.
Shut up. No, but if they want to re-deliver it, then they're going to have to be there, one of the half days on there before, 10:45 or something. Or else.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is sad, but I think I might just have them deliver it to the post office I'm at. Because UPS drops off at a post office, so have them bring it there.
That seems like a conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest? What are you, Sarah Silverman?
No, that's my comedy right there. I got jokes.
I got jokes, jazz hands. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm glad I paid $50 for this show. No.
I got jokes. They're all racist. Good night.
Don't heckle me. I'm not Kramer.
See you next week.
All right, I'll be here. But yeah.
I got jokes. Wouldn't you like to hear them? See ya.
Help! Help me, Hot Pocket! No, jeez, but I was been playing some Xbox games, and what did I've been playing? Brain Age and Eats Chowdown, and I got Virtual Fighter 5 online from GameFly, and I bought from GameFly Kingo Legend of the Nine, which is the worst game for the Xbox I have ever laid my eyes on.
Even worse than, what was that one ninja game that you let me borrow?
Yes, much, much worse. It's like that for the Genesis, but on the Xbox.
Crikey.
Yeah, and Xbox rated it like the worst game ever. It was just completely horrible.
What do you do?
You're a ninja, and you have like 5 ninjas around you. You're running through this thing, I don't even know what you want to do. I couldn't even play like for more than 5 minutes. I just puked all over myself. But you run through there, and you've got, I think you use like 2 buttons that do pretty much the same thing, and then you like ting your swords together, ting ding ding, and sometimes you get to jump on them and you can hack them, and I bought it because it said 2-player, but Ken and I can fight each other, but it's like retarded.
It's like 2-player where like you have to hand him the controller and then he hands it back. Ting. Here you go. Ting. Here you go. Ting.
No, we have the things, but you press the same buttons over and over, and they keep doing different things, and it's like, this is ridiculous. It's stupid. It was the worst game ever. I'm going to put it on eBay as soon as possible.
So is there a good ninja game for the Xbox?
I thought Tenchu Z was good. Stop shaking your head. And I think Ninja Gaiden 2 would probably be good.
Supposedly it is, but I've heard they have camera issues.
Yeah, well, there's camera issues in Crash to the Titans 2, the Crash Bandicoot game for the Xbox. It's a great co-op game. Awesome, a lot of fun. It's kind of a kiddie game, but it's still really cool. I liked it. I mean, it's a little bit challenging if you put it on hard, but there's some camera angle issues and a couple glitches, but... And then, of course, if you lose all your lives, you gotta start all the way over at the end, or the beginning of the level.
That'd be awesome at the end.
Yeah, you're like, I win! And then, I bought Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom, which I had previously played, but I wanted to play some more, and it was on clearance, and I got it for $10.
That's pretty snazzy. I got a game for $10 the other day, too.
Yeah, I got Kingo Legend of the Nine for $10 too, which I can use to slip my wrist. But then we played Lost via Doomus, the video game version of the Lost show, which was okay, but storyline was kind of crappy. You're a survivor, you have amnesia, you run around, you gotta find your camera, which never runs out of film, and you meet the other survivors.
How are you getting those pictures developed?
Magically, the island gives what you want.
Emulsion in the water there.
Ask and you shall receive. I just had one of the Black Smoke develop it. 30-minute photo op.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
But you had to run from the Black Smoke and hide in the bamboo and follow a dog, and I don't know. It was an easy 1,000 points, but It's still pretty gay. It could have been better.
I wouldn't play it, but I canceled my GameFly. So
Loser.
I got tired of it. I got tired of sitting here, and they sent me, and I know that everybody will say what everybody will say when I say this, but like they wouldn't send me any of the games in the top of my queue because they were all in low availability. And the last thing they sent me was No More Heroes for the Wii, which I wanted to play, but I just didn't have time to invest in it. So then I was finally just like, screw this, and I sent it back and I canceled it because I got tired of, because I wanted something else. I wanted like the Army of Two so we could play or something like that, and nothing.
Yeah. We have that Virtua Fighter 5 online, which is pretty good. It's pretty kick-ass. I like to kick other people's asses. And you can customize your character a lot, and you can, like, the hair and the outfits and the colors and all that stuff. It's really neat, and you just go and beat people up, and I don't know. I haven't played a game like that in a while, and I liked it. So I want to buy it, but it's still pretty cheap. Pretty expensive, like 40 or $30, and I'll wait till it drops down, but... And it's good when you to fight each other, and then you have these tournaments, and I can't figure out if they're actual online people, which I don't think that they are. They're not. But you have, like, online, and then you have, like, tournaments, which are, like, not CGI, but AI. Yeah. And you go and fight them, and,
If it's a fighting game, the price will drop, because those are very popular.
Yeah. But I like it a lot. It's cool. My character's Phoenix, and she's, like, a army combat chick, and she's, like, on the battlefield, you'd be dead.
And then you're like, well, we're here in a candy store, so screw you, buddy.
Yeah, really, eat my Hot Pocket.
Plop, plop.
Fizz, Hot Pocket. What do you got to say?
I don't know. Well, that's what I've been playing. I haven't had time to play a whole bunch. I just want to figure out that Smash Brothers, because I haven't figured out the controls on Smash Brothers quite yet either. So...
Why are you just point and jab?
Well, no, because I'm using the classic controller, and it's like I'm going through kind of like the story mode or whatever. So I was like playing as like what's that guy Pit and stuff, and then I'm almost playing Mario and different stuff. But I haven't really figured out like a rhyme or reason to the controls. It's just like kind of like mash, 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 mash. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like how Virtual Fighter is. I mean, you kind of get like, this is jab and this is this, but you can look up the controls and it's like left, AX, BY, back, XX, super combo, jump, and I'm like, I don't know if I remember that. I just mash buttons and hopefully do something cool.
Yeah, no, that's the way Virtual Fighter's always been. It's like, just like, really? Because all I know how to do is jab and kick, But then, like, if you input all this stuff and you shake your booty just right, then you'll do, like, some awesome thing,
Yeah, what you can do, it's cool on this one because you can program, like, the left or right triggers to be a certain power kick, a certain combo or something like that. So you don't have to press all the buttons exactly, but you just make the buttons do a combo. It's difficult for Landis to figure out. My brain is tiny, but tell me about your Wii Fit.
I don't know, not a whole lot to tell yet. I've been just started doing it today. So my fit age was 30, which I guess was okay. So, but I am obese, and
aren't we all?
Yeah, for reals. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I was playing like some of the balance games and like the soccer. I showed you all the soccer thing where I was getting hit in the head with cleats and panda heads and stuff. And
Jack Blackheads.
Yeah.
Blackheads. LOL.
I don't get it. So yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hoping to.
Hot Pocket.
I set up a goal to lose a certain amount of pounds per week.
Hey, dude. if you don't lose that much by that certain amount of gold, does the wee little pad that you step on like explode into your feet and like cause you pain and be like, you failed, you lazy bastard? And then your Wii game like shoots out of the console and like slices you in half or slices the fat off. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens. I have no doubt in my mind.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing ever. Yeah, just you don't make your goal and your weight kills you. Yeah, that's good.
Death Wii.
Death by Wii. I wore my shirt that you got me the other day, and I got but several people said they like my shirt.
Okay, we got it for you off of eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, what we got for his birthday, some Microsoft Game Points and a blue controller and a shirt that says, "My Wii is bigger than yours." Haha.
It's pretty funny.
And we saw that online. We're like, dude, that one. And it was hard to get because it was on eBay.
And you had to send off for a sync cable for it.
Yeah, the link between the Wii and the Xbox 360.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a mighty combo, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty awesome. Even though Wii's better.
Maybe.
Actually, I don't know. I like them both, but I don't know. The Xbox hasn't been doing much for me here lately. I haven't really had everything I've been buying has been for the Wii. So
Yeah. I mean, we got those Kingdom of Fire, but that's gonna take so long to get into, and I want to get into Oblivion, which I started, but that just takes forever. And right now, I just been really into co-op because it's like, we both want to sit down and play a game. That's why I've got Crash Bandicoot because that's really good. Easy achievements on that one, and we can both play and sit there and stuff. But it makes me mad because you can the B button pops you because you have a main your two characters. But if you press the B button, then you hop into your partner's backpack, and there's this tiny little Crash sticking out of his backpack. But but if you accidentally hit the B, or sometimes if he's in flight or something like that, he can't get out of the backpack. I don't know. It's a little weird. I think it should have been a different button and B.
don't press B. Just don't do it. Don't do it, and everything will be fine.
Don't press B.
You won't have to die.
But I want to die.
My name's Janine Garofalo.
Dude, she just, I don't know, she just was up there and she's just too manly. I don't know, she's
too manly.
she's just up there, she just nothing,
she
funny.
She was in Mystery Men as the bowler.
Amazing.
Remember that movie?
No.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah, I'm like, I know she was in something, but I was just, I'm just like, well, give me something good, dude. Wow me, She's like, oh, I'm a dog owner now, and dog owners are just so kooky, and I, my dog's name was, God, I forgot, it was like Brie or Puke or something, and she's like, oh, but I didn't know his name, because he's got every name in the book, like, hey, little sweet piece of angel food cake, or angel food cake with wings, or tail waggers club member, and I'm like, don't laugh. It's not. I'm trying to.
Hey, little hot pocket.
little hot pocket shitter. I'm trying to make a point where it's not funny.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Oh God.
I'm downloading her stuff now.
Oh, please no. But maybe I just wasn't in the mood to laugh.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't in the mood for happiness.
maybe I took my unhappy pills.
Maybe I was suicidal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Alex, I'm gonna go with what is
What is Hot Pocket?
I'm gonna go with what is death, killing, rage, torture.
Makes me want a Hot Pocket now.
Hot diarrhea.
I don't know what his name is, but we're gonna look it up as soon as you're done with this. And they go on to Comedy Central.
I'm shutting the computer down after we're done with this.
No! We're gonna go to Comedy Central and look up that damn guy's name. It's like Sassafras McGroin or something.
Like sassafras. Well, that should be easy to find. How many comics are named that?
Maybe off by a few letters.
Yeah, like all of them.
Oh, the S is right.
So it's Fafafras. It's Fat Ass.
Ginny Garoppolo.
Yeah, it's really John McClintock. It's really Henry McDougal pants.
Do you know a movie that doesn't look good?
Yeah, all of them.
That one with Steve Carell as an agent.
Oh God, yes. To Get Smart. Yeah, it looks stupid.
And I don't really like the way that Anne Heche, not Anne, Anne Hathaway looks right here.
In the face.
And especially in here.
In the facial nipple area.
Yes, she's not Angelina Jolie, but I don't really like her looks.
Well, I don't know what she thinks about yours.
But, and Steve Carell is okay, but he makes too many noises. And, that's his whole bit, though. It's...
Yeah, okay.
but seriously, did you see... Well, I know you didn't, but Evan Almighty.
No, I'm not ever gonna...
That's all he did was... No! Ow!
Well, honestly, like... I liked him. I liked him in Anchorman. And he did, 40-Year-Old Virgin. I was like, okay, not as good as Anchorman. Excuse me. And then he's cranked out, just so much more crap than you could ever possibly recover from, like Evan Almighty and Dan in Real Life. And
No, Dan in Real Life was pretty good.
I'm not watching that crap.
Little Miss Sunshine.
He was seeing it?
Yeah. He was the gay guy that slit his wrist. And he wasn't very funny in that. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a decent movie, but I forgot about him.
Little Miss Sunshine was good in that one. Now, Dan in Real Life was pretty... that was good. He wasn't very funny in that one.
That's what I mean. He's not... And in The Office, it's not funny. None of it's funny.
I mean, when he's, mediocre funny, but, when he's not trying too hard, it's fine. But he's, more bit comedy than...
Yeah,
When he's acting, he's fine. But when he's I'm making an ass of myself, he's not very...
Yeah, he's not funny, I don't think, unless...
And I know that's what all that Get Smart's gonna be, just look at my stupid ass running around,
Yeah, look at me, I'm trying to do something and it's not quite working out the way I planned, because I have no ability to plan. Isn't that ironic and funny? How am I doing this?
It's like Mr. Bean, and I don't like The Rock either.
I love The Rock.
He looks weird in here.
He's weird in the whole facial bodily
I don't even know what
region.
he is. He's like
He's Samoan.
He's like that.
You know, like that Girl Scout cookie?
He's like that pizza that nobody orders with the jalapenos and the the pineapples and the ham.
Hawaiian?
Yeah. He's like that sweet and meaty mix you don't want to mess with.
Oh, I think he's definitely sweet and meaty. I like it. Likes me some sweet and meaty rock.
Sweet and meaty Hot Pockets.
He could be my Hot Pocket any day.
Don't quote me on this.
Oh, baby.
I don't know. He smiles too big. He's like...
His teeth are too white. What else is wrong with him? He's too attractive. He's got too big of muscles. He's too nice.
It's too much to charity.
He loves his mother too much. He pets puppies way too much.
He rolls in kittens way too much.
He gives away too many kittens and panda bears.
It's always with the pandas.
He helps too many endangered species to get off the list.
He's too much of a good Samaritan.
He saved my life too many times.
He was in too many good movies.
He killed Will Smith.
Oh my. Well, I think this show is almost done.
Yeah, we're almost an hour and a half.
Well, we have to give the listeners a lot, and then we have to add on the show at the beginning and the end, and then the middle, and
And then replace it all with something good.
Yeah, really. Scrap this starting in tomorrow.
Yeah.
5 o'clock a.m. sharp, or else I'll have Hot Pockets.
I gotta work till 8:30.
I'd be a job.
I'll be locked in.
I knock on doors. I hand microphone.
I can has podcast. I can has co-host.
Yeah, really. I'm all knocking. I'm like, I can has AC friends.
We're supposed to be doing a show. I don't know what you're talking. Yeah.
The F-53, anyone? Please? And they're like, get the hell out of here. It's like, oh, no.
No speakers English. Yeah.
Misa has fun right now, yeah. You let him out.
Misa has hot pockets.
You let him out now. There's strangers out here. And if you don't let him out, I'm gonna steal your immortality and eat it with a spoon.
Okay.
And I think we're wrapping up episode 53 of Animal Crossing Friends.
Always kooky friends.
And this song at the end here is like the best song in the world besides the song that Marak made. Because Marak's cool and Marak gets 1,000 AC friend points. Because he's nifty.
Yeah, so I guess we'll talk to y'all in a couple months.
Yeah, really. See you next year.
Yeah, really.